fun fact, haven't seen Pulp Fiction. I still need to
Oh
watch Pulp
man,
Fiction. I
need
know
to
that's crazy.
fix that. Like it's
Yeah.
such a good movie. I would say it's like one of my top 5 movies of all time. Really.
Right. I can still
Yeah.
quote it. Do I say what? Is that it? Do I look like what to you? I'm thinking of the Boondocks when they. Anyway. Yeah, is that my boy
Go
Lupe,
watch the movie.
though? Is that
Go
Lupe?
watch. Yeah, that's Lupe. Yeah, from
Hey.
Lasers. Yeah, that was like one of my first posters I got. Like once I was in college, and then like I was like, okay, I got enough disposable income, sort of. Like at least my own money that I'm not asking for my parents, right? So
Makes sense.
yeah,
So,
and then a lot of these posters, yeah, like someone just asked me earlier today, like how I get these posters, and it was all throughout like my 10 years, like of ever since I got into college, of just like, okay, now I'm free, I can do what I want, and I got enough money and disposable income, why not? And it's just from
Right.
conventions, ordering online, Black Friday, like the Pulp Fiction ones from like a Black Friday special. And yeah, I mean, I've just loved these posters, and like I'm not great to my posters. Like I didn't get frames for them. I put thumbtacks through all of them, but I love it. I'm glad I just put these things up and they
It's
look
good.
cool. Yeah.
It's better than my bare wall and 2 couches that
Hey.
nobody comes over and sits on.
Aw. But it's not your fault though. It's Corona time.
Yeah, it
Hey.
is. It is Corona time.
Welcome to That's Dope, the podcast where we talk about dope things. My name is Godswill, and we have honestly like one of our new hosts. Like this is like Delmar is one of our hosts, as well as a few other people. Like now we're in season 3. We are on the way. We are doing some big things. We as you see, we'll have like a new logo, right? And then we also have some new things coming up. And at the beginning of the season 3, I wanted to introduce the people that are going to be a part of the podcast and the entertainment system a lot more in the future. At least that's the hope.
Yes,
And
sir.
like I'm really excited. I'm really excited for like what we have planned this year. Last year, of course, like everything got derailed. But this year we're bringing it back with more events, more podcasts, hoping to keep to a weekly schedule. And of course, we got new hosts who are going to bring a lot to the podcast and to the page and so much more. Like, I'm real happy. I'm real hype. I'm real excited. Like, there's a lot that's to look forward to this year. And thank you, Delmar, for being with us. We test run you, I guess, at the last year, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you stuck around. It's like okay.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for the invitation to the That's Dope family.
I'm glad you want to be part of the family.
Oh, yes. And got a lot of ideas myself, and I've seen the vision, I heard the vision that God's will has for the group going forward, as as long with the rest of the team, which I'm pretty sure y'all will eventually meet in the future. And let me tell you, we're gonna have some dingers, some slaptastic, swanky shit coming at you. So
I mean, that's the way to put it for sure. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a humdinger, zingdingery-roo, something of a good time. I don't know.
a hootin' tootin'
Hoot,
good
yes.
time.
Hot diggity dog.
If I had a soundboard, it'd beep, 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 beep.
You gotta get that. Especially like as you're going more in your DJ world, right?
Oh man, that is just shooting. That's really good. I got some business cards, like I told you earlier. I'm betting on myself. I'm going all in. I DJ'd a coffee shop Sunday.
Ooh,
It
nice.
was fun. It was low chill. It was low key and chill.
Hey,
I actually had some people ask for information, which kind of sucked because I didn't have cards yet, but I still
dang.
gave out my info. But
Okay,
that just made me push me more into let me get some business cards. So got some business cards coming in.
There we go.
I've actually, I am a mailman. I've talked to all the apartments that I deliver to. They don't know yet because of COVID, but they may or may not be having pool parties, and if they do, they're gonna hit your boy up to DJ those. So
Somebody's
I'm
got to
making
get the
moves,
vibes right.
man. Making moves.
Get the vibes right. I like it. I
Vibe
like that.
check.
I like
So,
that you said like you're gonna bet on yourself this year. Like
oh yes, sir.
I think that's crucial. I think that's the way. Like everyone was ready to do it 2020. we couldn't do it, of course. Mulligan year. So yeah, now is the year to sort of bet that things are going to go well, right? And
Yes,
to
sir.
to put in the work. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Daddy puts in
I'm,
work.
I like that. Daddy, though, I don't know, but we'll work on that. But but yes. Oh man. So first, I guess to get things started, what's your controversial take of the week, or I guess the time,
Ooh,
right?
this is mine. All right.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna preface this like this: women's basketball. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Now, if you don't know, it's being supported by the NBA. The
I didn't
NBA
know.
loses. Oh yeah. So without the NBA, the WNBA honestly would be nothing because they don't make money. They don't generate the money that the NBA does.
Hmm.
I don't know the numbers, but I've seen it. I've heard podcasts about it. I've read some articles. They don't generate money. People don't watch it. It's not as in like, and I've tried to watch. It's not entertaining. Let's just be. It's not entertaining.
I
And
was
then
wondering if it is actually entertaining. I mean, I just haven't watched it. I don't even know what channel it's on. Then again, I don't watch sports, but
right.
yeah, go
It's
off.
barely it's barely marketed. They lose. I think the number was like 11 million, or they lose money from it, right? And then
Mm,
you always have the people say, "Why don't the women get paid as the guys?" Or I actually saw a statistic. It was LeBron and
like the
I want to
top
say
scorer in
Super.
WNBA.
It was somebody, but just the accolades of the championships and the MVPs and blah blah blah. They're basically even, but LeBron made way more money.
Hmm.
But like I said, NBA makes way more money. You got to make it interesting for the WNBA, right?
Hmm.
But here's my thing though. As soccer, women's soccer is infinitely better than the men's soccer.
Hmm. I have seen that and heard that, and I think I've even watched like literally the women's like World Cup,
Yes, it's
like for
actually
America.
entertaining. Yes,
Hmm.
this is the third year in a row that the men's soccer, or is the third year or third town, whatever, that they didn't make it to
Oh,
the the world, where they play other countries, right?
oh wow.
But they're still getting paid more than the women's soccer.
Mm.
So I feel like in this instance, they shouldn't even be paying the men's soccer because they're not producing, and the women's team should be getting all the money.
I mean, yeah, honestly,
That's
like that makes sense to me. Like, sure, you can pay. I guess you can pay the men, but at the same time, the women should be actually getting paid a lot more. WNBA, sure. Like, I don't know anything. I don't know any of the women. I have never seen a highlight reel from them. I don't know anything about
and that's not to
WNBA.
bash them. Not
Yeah,
trying to bash them at all, but just
yeah,
honestly, it's not entertaining. Like I couldn't even name any of my women friends growing up that even
yeah.
looked at, like, oh my, this is my, like, maybe Candace Parker, maybe, but everybody else was Kobe, LeBron, MJ. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
but women's soccer though, like it's entertaining. Especially, I think it was the last time the World Cup was going on, and they were
Hmm.
playing France, and I forgot her name, but she scored the goal. Then they did the little celebration, and she took the tea, and she sipped it. I was like,
Oh,
oh, like it's lit. It should, I don't know.
hey,
I feel like they should be paid more than the men in that aspect. If you
that's pretty good.
if you're
Yeah.
producing, if people are actually watching, which the world USA or America was watching, they should be
Hmm.
making the money.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. That shouldn't be too controversial. I see what you mean controversial,
Well,
but I think
controversial with
yeah, it's
the
turning to pot.
WNBA,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I know. I think that's a good take. I think that's a really good take. Like I don't think that should be like a negative at all. I actually love to hear who disagrees with that or why they would disagree with any part of that because I think you're on point with that. I don't know anything about WNBA. Um, I feel like it needs to be revamped totally. I don't know, like in fact the biggest conversation we have about WNBA is like, well, what if there's trans people in it? Which is a whole nother thing. I don't want to talk about that right now.
That's
Unless
another
you
day.
yeah, exactly, right? But
But that's
yeah,
mine.
I think that's a good take. I believe that the women soccer team should be getting paid. They should have been getting paid more a long time ago. Like
They've been fighting for it. They I know they've been fighting for it, but it's 3 years. They've won what 2 or 3 years in a row, and the men, I think are still getting paid more than them, even though they haven't even
that's
been making it to.
wow.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's bad. No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
That's my take. What you
Okay.
got? What anything controversial? Your controversial thought of the week?
Yeah, so I just saw Godzilla versus Kong, all right? I'm not
Okay.
gonna spoil anything. At least I'll try not to, right?
Okay.
Um, but I recently made a post like on my Twitter and also on through Instagram, like through Instagram story. I said that the white people, like humans, were messing up, but especially the white people. And
Okay.
I stand by that. Some people are like, that sounds racist, Godswill. And I'm like, maybe. But at the same time, it's not to bash white people.
What was the post?
So that's the post. It was like humans were messing up, but
Okay.
especially white people. Like in Godzilla versus Kong. Like
I
and
mean, in movies, in real life. I mean, no.
yeah. I didn't even like say that, you know? It's like but here's my point, all right? The white people in this movie caused a lot of the actions that happened, right?
Like real
They,
life.
yes, so I mean, hey, like they caused Hong Kong to be destroyed. It was the other minorities are fixing the problems. I would say it just didn't look good for white people, even like the nice white people, like in the movie. It was just sort of like, ooh, this is you guys are still the colonizers, the exploiters, the all that, right? And some people were like, that sounds bad. And I'm like, look, man, just go watch the movie and you'll see what I mean. It's not it's not a bash against white people. In fact, I'm more disappointed that they did this to white people. This is what the humans were doing. And it's just sort of like, dang, y'all, like I just feel bad for all the monsters because now they're like they're here to fix what the humans are doing. That's
Right.
really what it's just sort of like, ugh, damn it, humans. Why are you guys doing this? So something that was my controversial
Well,
take.
if you want to stay like in the movie world, think about it. Think of scary movies, right? The
Yeah.
people, a minority, they're trying to run to get away. White people are like, oh, let's
Let's
go
go explore.
investigate. Like,
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's go check it out. And it's like, no, like let's get out of here. Let
let's go the
authorities take care of
opposite
this.
way of the sound.
Exactly, right? And
Yeah,
then they end up being the ones that get killed through it or having to take care of the issue.
man.
Um
Or let's
and
harness. Let's try to control the monster or something
whew,
like that. I
whew,
don't. I hate all
whew,
that. I haven't
know,
seen it yet, which I
yeah.
need. I have HBO Max for free with through my phone, so I need to watch that movie. I heard
Jump on it.
it was all right. Wasn't
Yeah.
bad, but it wasn't like amazing. It was good. I heard it was decent.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, like I guess that's also my other controversial take. I think it's a solid movie. It's not like an amazing you need to go see it movie, but it was
Right.
a good time that I
Would you watch it
enjoyed.
again?
Yes, although it's like there's
If
so
you have
many
to
other.
think about it,
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I would watch it again and have a great time, but at the same time, the stars of the movie aren't the humans at all. It's
the
Kong
monsters.
and Godzilla, you know, and the humans are annoying, and it's just like, can we just sort of get through that? So
Mm,
yeah, that's
sounds about
my
right.
that's my take. I mean, yeah, like it's a fun time nonetheless. The humans are good. Like I really enjoyed Brian Tyree Henry. Like if you've seen Atlanta, he's Paperboy, and
Okay.
yeah, he did
Paper
Paper
boy,
Boy,
always
all
chasing
about the
paper.
Paper Boy. Yeah, I forgot the lyrics, but
Me
still
too. Hey,
bars
I'm
though.
waiting for season 3. I think season 3 has been greenlit. And also,
Yeah.
I watch. Have you seen Dave?
hmm Yeah, I
Uh,
actually watched it all the way.
dude, phenomenal show. And they started season 2. I was like, thank you.
Woo!
Dave
I
was that's Little Dicky if y'all don't
yeah,
know. Mate, bro, that the episode when they focused on I forgot his
his
name.
background or
Yeah,
um
or his hype man. What's his name?
I know you're talking about Gator.
Gator.
hmm
Oh man, that backstory of him, and he's like, "Bro, I don't want to spoil it," and he started crying, and I felt that. I was like, "Come on, Gator, you got this, bro." Now,
Yeah,
good show, guys. Watch it.
really good show. Like I it caught me by surprise. It is like it made me think Seinfeld cringy, but much more pointed and like much more like I don't know, better show. I've seen a few Seinfeld episodes, and I'm like, this is nice, but this
I
is
gave
like
him a
the
hard time.
cringiness of Seinfeld, and then but like with more intention behind it, and
You
the
wouldn't want your
show.
own milking table.
Oh God, I mean, yes,
I'm
but
kidding.
let me get to step one first, right? get a consistent chick. But oh my goodness. Anyways.
So,
Oh my gosh.
what'd you see this week that you thought that was fucking dope, but that was pretty whack?
Whew, current events wise, like I think something that's sort of dope, which is sort of weird, but it's sort of like all right, like I guess this is cool. The MLB, and like other companies like fighting against Georgia's voting law.
Would
I
you
don't know
call
the
this
full.
dope or whack? Like, which
I
one
would
are you
say is
leaning toward?
more dope
Okay.
because like this could have been a thing that everyone just sort of ignores and just goes into effect next time we go vote. But to see like companies sort of fight against it, like I'm definitely like wary about them. Not for these companies, and I don't know the full story. I don't know all the details. In fact, actually, I heard that the voting law itself was more heinous than we
Georgia's trying
hear.
to pass law to basically, long story short, they're trying to blatantly suppress votes.
Yes, in many
That's
ways, though.
in many ways, and they're trying to like uh actually, it's funny. I actually have the whole. How many pages is this? This is 98 pages. There's a 98 page. I actually have it up on my second monitor that I was just gonna glance through. But
Yeah.
there's stuff on there like they're making it a criminal misdemeanor to like pass out snacks or water
Yeah, water
to
like in the
people in
line.
line.
Yeah.
They're taking away a lot of drop ballots, stuff like that,
Mhm.
for people can go. They're doing a lot to it,
Yes.
and what
Hey,
I think
there's
that's
some more crazy things too about it, like where like someone had explained to me like where um the legislative body can be the ones to ratify, like to say like if the election was good or not,
Mhm.
versus like the independent Secretary of State type of guy, or like instead of like the the vote being ratified, like saying like this is an okay election. Um, the people that get to say it's okay is the legislative body, like the state Congress. And
Mhm.
that can always change, based on who's in power, like whether it's the right or the left or whoever, right? And that's dangerous, like we need somebody that's outside of the people who are trying to get elected to say, oh yeah, this is cool or not, right?
Right.
So yeah, it's more dangerous than just like, oh, you get like arrested or a misdemeanor for helping people vote.
Mhm.
And like, there's just so many things that like hurt the voting as a whole. You can't vote on Sundays, or you can't bring people in, or you can't feed people in the lines, or the hours have got shortened.
Mhm.
Bad shit overall.
Oh, bro.
So it is interesting to see these companies fight against it, and they're actually like pulling out. For example, the baseball league, Major League Baseball, they are
The All
pulling out
Star
their
came out.
All Star games no longer in Atlanta. Coca Cola, Delta, and all these companies that are based in Atlanta or Georgia are fighting against it, and
Mhm.
it's wild to see companies do that, and to the fact that Mitch McConnell is now angry at them. So if Mitch McConnell is angry at them,
Oof.
something right must be happening, right?
Right. And
Yeah.
to piggyback off of you, I'm gonna say it's pretty fucking whack to the people that are boycotting the MLB because they're moving. I'm just like, I hate the whole sports need to be out of politics. Like, that will never happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, shut
Like,
up and
there's a
dribble.
lot of right there to have big games like that. There's politics involved within it. People just don't know. Um, and
Mm,
I'm gonna say pretty fucking whack to my own personal opinion.
yeah.
Uh, Texas, Arlington Stadium,
Yeah.
they full capacity opened up,
Mhm.
and was like 40,000 people went. Um, my thing is, hey, I mean, my first thought is, okay, those people are just selfish, right?
Mhm.
To go out there, and it's funny, like looking at pictures, reading comments, and one comment stuck out to me. One person, has said that, okay, that's cool and all, you go to the game, but people should self distance or whatever for like 7 or 10 days. But it's not even the same thing. But somebody was like, okay, but what if everybody leaves the next day? They're still got to go to work. or they're
Mhm.
still going to the grocery store, or they're still
Mhm.
going out and interacting with other people. All it takes is a cough or a sneeze. Not everybody has the vaccination. Not everybody is immune to it yet. I didn't think about that, honestly. My thought was it's just people are going to get it there.
Mhm.
I didn't think of, all right, the game is over. If anybody had the virus, got it from somebody there, and then they're just leaving, going back home to their families and friends and their work colleagues and the grocery store or just any public place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ah,
Absolutely that. I mean, that's the fear about, like, opening everything back up, especially, like, when, people don't wanna take the vaccinations. Not everyone can get the vaccination if you wanna do it. Um,
I'm
so
not
many
gonna lie.
problems.
I haven't got my vaccination yet. I'm one of those people
Yeah.
that's not gonna get it.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting, but I'm
Okay.
still,
What
as a
makes you wait?
person, I don't know. I still don't like the timeline of it, of
Yeah.
how, back when Trump was still president, of we have the vaccine and then we don't have the vaccine, and then when Trump is out, oh, we have the vaccine all of a sudden, and then this just rolled out. We didn't, without much testing, or there were testing, but it was like quick rapid testing.
Mhm.
I don't know. I've just been just maybe I'm just being overly cautious,
I mean, I
but
don't blame you. Although one thing that did convince me, from smarter people than me, because there's
right,
people like actually in the field, and luckily we know people that like are in the field, like
right,
in
right,
immunology or just public health of a sort, right? But these coronavirus vaccines. So coronavirus is like is a type of virus, right?
right,
So luckily they're able to build off this vaccination research off of decades of old research,
right.
and then they're able to fast track it because companies are working together on it. So a lot of new things are happening that usually don't happen for vaccine trials and studies and all that. So I trust it more because um, there is actually like a lot of research and
That's being
um,
done with it.
exactly. It's not just,
Right.
oh, we just pulled this out of nowhere, yada yada. Like this is like a worldwide effort to actually like that. Uses like actual years of research to make this vaccination. So um,
I'm not anti-vax. I'm not
mhm.
anti-vaxxer.
Yeah,
You
yeah, no,
know,
no, I don't blame you.
I'm gonna get it eventually. But
Hmm.
with me too is just, you got the different strands. Like you got the UK strand now. There's different strands, and I've read that the virus is mutating. And if you have the vaccine, it's not gonna more so protect you from the mutation or the other strands of it. I don't fully know. I'm gonna get it eventually, just not now. But I still social distance. I still wear a mask. Like, I'm an essential worker. I've been out since the shit fucking started.
Last
You know what
year,
I mean?
yeah,
Right? Maybe I had it. I remember I had got sick. I don't know if it was just regular sickness. I don't know if it was that. I
yeah.
don't know. But
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't blame you. I think I actually got it too last year. I remember
uh,
being like on the
before it was the coronavirus.
yeah, exactly. I mean, March. I remember like being sick for like a good 2 weeks and just remember like stifling my coughs when I was in public. I'm just like, oh, I got it. And my patient's zero. you know? So, but, at least no one that I know got sick or anything. So hopefully knock on wood. But
I got a
still,
I got a
I'm like,
twofer.
yeah.
I'm gonna say that's fucking dope to Bad Barbie. Danielle Bregoli, that's her name.
Uh-huh.
She turned 18. She made an OnlyFans and she made $1 million plus.
Man, it's 6
Good for
hours.
you,
Yeah.
boo boo. Get your money. What's pretty fucking whack to me and pretty cringe is that many people sat there and waited for her to turn 18. So it's just like they were already, before she was 18, having thoughts about her, and as soon as she turned 18, oh yeah, she has OnlyFans. Well, you know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's predatory. It's
Yeah,
stalkerish. It's like,
yeah.
yeesh. Yeah. There's a lot of
So,
problems with that. And
so
then
good for her for getting your
uh-huh.
money, but it's pretty. I don't know. It's pretty weird to the
Yeah.
people that subscribe to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I guess what's your other point? that you had?
That was the twofer. That was,
Okay.
it's dope for
Okay.
her. Like, hey,
Dope
go get
and
your
whack.
money, but it's pretty
Uh-huh.
whack that people just sitting there waiting for her to turn 18. To
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
like,
predatory,
yeesh.
like you said.
Yeah, exactly. Like where I guess here's my other controversial take.
Uh oh.
Like, yeah, like I shouldn't be too bad, but still, it's like, we'll see though, But like, it's it's definitely weird that like so many people are like, I'm gonna pay for this, It's just or like gonna, I gotta see this, right? Um, it's also weird to me that like as soon as she turned 18, I'm gonna go into OnlyFans. It's
Right.
like that seems really off to me, but it's like whatever. Like if that's what you want to do, it is what it is.
Like that's what I
Um,
said. Go get your money, boo boo.
and for me, that's why I'm like, if that's what she's gonna do, it just sort of is what it is. Like both sides,
Mhm.
I don't think both sides are right on this, but I'm like, whatever. It's legal. It is what it is. You guys are all functioning adults at this point.
Yeah.
As soon as she turned 18, boom, adult brain, whatever. It's like it just sort of.
I agree with you as long as
Mm,
it's legal.
yeah.
She's. I don't know the whole legality of OnlyFans. I'm assuming that you have to be at least 18
I
to
mean, I'm
make a
hoping so
page.
because
Yeah.
otherwise it's pedophilic
Still,
porn, right?
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
and
But
definitely
at the
not
same
my
time,
cup of
though,
tea. But.
at the same time, though, not knowing what she is gonna do, not saying that I care, because I'm not a person that's subscribed or looking at her like, oh, she's cute. But OnlyFans isn't just for pornographic or nudity or something like that. There's OnlyFans for other niche stuff. So
True. I mean, you can see non-porn on Pornhub, so it's just sort of like, yeah, sure, yeah, you can do all that too. But let's
yeah,
keep it 100. Yes, you can do non-porn on OnlyFans, but when we say OnlyFans, we know what it is.
that's
That's
what his
why
majority is. Yeah,
that's why we can't post it. You can't say it as a title, right? Like, or you get banned, soft banned on Instagram or whatever, right? So
right.
yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, good for her, I guess. Good for everybody.
Yeah,
Hope you guys are all happy. Watch legal porn, y'all. I don't
yes, watch legal porn.
live your life as long as you're not hurting people, I
I
guess,
need
right?
that as a soundbite. Somebody make that a meme of Godzilla. Watch legal porn. I need that as a
Yeah.
gift.
Oh God. Gonna come cancel me 5 years from now. I don't know. Probably will get
Ooh.
canceled from something I say in the future. Anyways. It is what it is.
Other than
Um
that, I don't think I
no.
have anything. What?
Oh, sorry, no, go ahead.
Oh no, I can't think of anything that I mean, there's stuff that's happened like in the previous weeks, but in terms of this week or like the past like several days, I
Hmm.
can't really think of any
Recent.
recent
Recent past, yeah.
that stood out to me. Oh well, this is pretty fucking dope. I know you watch it. I don't watch it, but I saw that Jojo is coming back, right? The
Yeah.
season that's
Yeah. Don't know when yet though. Like there's no date yet. But it is coming back.
Prota-
Like the
protagonist is
anime.
a woman
Yeah,
this
Jolene.
time.
So
Jolene.
yeah, Jolene. This is it's a big deal because one part this is part 6, right? Part 5 just finished the anime I think 2 3 years ago. Really good. Actually my favorite part. Um and well, now you got me started talking about anime. Oh god. But
Every time about things that's dope. Anime's pretty fucking dope.
I love it. Definitely like start watching anime. I mean, it's on Netflix. It's a big part of culture now. So, and if you listen to the podcast, hopefully you watch some anime so you can understand what's happening, right?
Right, right.
At least understand the madness on my walls and my shirt usually, right? But um, so this part 6, like it has been like a long awaited piece of news that people have been really wanting. But what's the issue? The It's just been a long time. Like right in the manga, they're in the part 8, right?
Mhm.
Um, and like the legal parts that are out right now, like part 4 is finishing up. Like part 5 just got announced for the manga, right? The anime just finished part 5, so which is
Wait,
also strange. Yeah, the
isn't the
legal
manga
manga.
Well, I
Really.
thought
So
usually manga
l-
is before the anime.
it is, and like technically, yes, that's what happened. But like the legal manga that you can buy in the Western world is just releasing part 5. It's a lot of legalese that I don't really understand. I don't know what happened,
Okay,
but yeah. So yeah, it's strange. I don't understand. So um, so yeah, now part 6 is coming up. It is how do I explain this for people who don't know? Like
I
it
don't
it
know.
yeah, I know, right? Like, it's an important part because one is the first female protagonist. Two, it is sort of congruent. Like the other parts usually aren't congruent. Like you should watch them in order, but like they don't like rely on you watching the last part really.
You don't have to
Uh,
start from the beginning to.
yeah. Although you should start from the beginning. Like they all fit together, but they don't. You don't need to watch the last part to understand. But this part goes off of what happened in part 3 and part 4, so it is sort of crucial. So it's like the first time that they're continuing things still, it's really good.
Okay.
Um but yeah, we don't know when it's coming out yet. So but it is a big deal because it's finally been announced. It's finally like, all right, it's happening. Whereas it's been silent for years. Everyone's been asking. No one knows what's happening. No one told me, right? So like, and I'm in the anime world, so it was big news to me, and that
Oh,
just
I
happened.
saw a lot of people post it. So
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
oh my
Like
god, Jojo, just come back, Jolene. And I'm just like, haven't got into that. So, but hey,
you
I'm happy for if my anime brethren and sisters are happy. I'm happy for y'all.
exactly. It's
So
really dope. I read it. I read up to part 7, hoping to start part 8 pretty soon. Um,
wait,
but
so
yeah.
if it's on part 8 and this is part 6, so
Hmm.
this has already happened. You've already
Yeah.
read
It's
part
done.
6.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what happens, although I don't know how the anime will go. The anime always has the potential to be different, which is always
Deviate
weird.
sometimes instead of just
Exactly,
sticking to the core.
exactly, and like it's not always just because they want to be different. Maybe for budgetary reasons, maybe it's for the creator saying it should be different for certain reasons. Um, there's all different reasons. So the anime could always be different. Although part 1 through 5 had followed, uh, source material really well. So
Let me ask you this:
yeah.
the 1 through 5, the anime, do they
Hmm.
usually stay with the
Yeah.
same anime? Okay,
Yeah,
they're not
they
they're not pulling a fucking One Punch Man and changing. Man, I don't want to go
One
into
Punch
that.
Man season 2. I had no qualms with that actually. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not as beautiful as it was season 1, but I
Oh
thought it was still
man,
pretty good.
I went back and watched season 1 after season 2, and I'm just like the detail, and it was just so beautiful. And then season 2, just for me, it was just like I still enjoyed the story, but
Hmm.
just the animation was just so downscale to me, and I was just like,
True.
this
Yeah.
could be beautiful.
Yeah. No, I won't blame you. For me, it's like my priorities when I watch anime, I guess, is more like the story
That's
and
fair.
all the different parts about it. Yeah, it's like, do I like these characters? I mean, I've seen beautiful anime that I just didn't care what was happening, really. Like, and
Give me
which
one for
made me not
example.
like it. For example, Tales of Cysteria,
Hey, hey,
beautiful.
hey! I'm
You,
playing that right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing a playthrough of that.
Okay, like I haven't played the game. I heard the game was great,
I love,
but
dude. Tales of series,
yeah.
excellent.
Okay, all right. Maybe gotta
I
watch it.
I fully beat Tales of Vesperia, the
Uh huh.
definitive edition, because it came out. It was back on 360 days when I
Oh
worked at
wow.
GameStop, and I remember GameStop, we could check games out, rent games,
Mm-hmm.
and I had that game rented for like 2 months, and I had
Oh
to bring
wow.
it back. Oh yeah, and I still never beat it, but they came out with the definitive edition on Steam like 2 years ago. Bought that baby. I played that nonstop till I beat it.
Hey, then you finished. There
Amazing,
we go. There we go.
amazing game. Ah,
Nice. I heard the
Tales of
Tales of
series.
Game is like a fantastic
Oh, it
time.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. And it's multiplayer too. I just learned that you can like you can remote play it now, which
Ooh.
and it's I have a buddy that actually lives in my same apartment complex a floor above me,
Ooh, that's
and so
nice.
he'll like so I'm playing
Just
the
knock
game
up there.
because it's only like a one person game while running around, but when
Mhm.
the battle starts, it's four up to 4 people
Mm,
in a fight. So he just takes the control of one of the characters, just like cast his spells and fighting and shit. It's lit.
that sounds
So
tight.
oh
That
yeah,
sounds pretty cool.
oh
One
yeah.
thing, like I was gonna ask on my Twitter pretty soon, but like I was gonna ask, like, what's more important to you, video games or anime?
What do you mean? Like, if I
Like,
had to
as
choose
yeah, if
one,
you had to choose one, like, which one
video
has been more
games.
impactful to yeah, video games, yeah?
Well, because I was in video games way before I was in anime. I mean, growing up, I played video game. I didn't know what anime was until
Yeah,
Toonami, right?
yeah.
Growing up, but even before that, like Super Mario, Final Fantasy, like the
Mhm.
OG like video games for me. And with some video games comes good anime, just like the cutscenes or stories, or there's sometimes standalone movies. So I say for me, video games.
Okay, I think that's good. For
Yeah,
me, like, I had to think about it. Video games were my first love,
yeah,
and, like, I still love them, but anime, like, I haven't had, like, I've had, like, many wonderful times from video games and just great memories,
hmm
and great bonding experiences and some of the best times of my life thanks to video games, but
hmm
I would have to say, like, anime is more important to me
okay,
as a medium, yeah, because I I would say, like, I anime has made me cry, straight up. Video games haven't made
You
me
ever
cry.
you ever played a game that made you feel shit and cry?
I feel stuff, but, like, never to the point like, not even, like, things like Last of Us or, Heavy Rain, like, like, or, games that, like, are really trying to mess with your emotions.
There's a game that you need to play because I know you said you're
Mhm.
gonna start streaming
Journey
soon.
Journey has made me cry, though, but
Ladies and
but
gentlemen, he keep mark this. Godswill said he's gonna start streaming soon. A
uh-huh,
game that you should play. It's a fully co-op game.
uh-huh.
It's called A Way Out.
A Way Out.
Yes,
Okay.
play that game. I played that with a buddy. And only one person needs the game, right?
Mhm.
Like
Okay,
oh,
cool.
you can. So what happens? This was an EA game. I think you can get it on Steam now. And I think you can. You should be able to remote play that too. Only one person needs a copy of the game, and you can like share it. And you be one person, you be the other person. Bro, that game fucked with both of us.
Oh, wow.
You'll talk like some M Light Shyamalan, what a twist shit.
Mhm.
Boy, we're like, whoa! And the ending was so sad because I can't spoil it, but
Wow.
basically he won, and then the story follows that. It hurt. A Way Out. You got to play that. Play
Okay.
it on stream when you stream it. Find somebody to play
Alright.
it. I'll play it with you,
Yeah.
or you can find somebody who hasn't played it, and I
We'll
won't
figure it
say
out.
anything. I'll just sit there just cheesing because I know everything is gonna happen.
Oh, man, okay. I mean, I'm excited to see how it's gonna go. Because
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, like, there have been many powerful video games for sure, like Mass Effect, Journey, like, did bring tears to my eyes, but, like, at the same time, that got messed up because of people I was playing with. But, yeah, it was stupid,
Did
but
they spoil it?
no, they just were talking while the ending was happening, and it's just
Oh,
like
yeah, like
it
shut
was a
up.
beautiful it was a beautiful moment, and it's just sort of like, "Can you please shut up?" Like, but
Mhm.
at the
That's
same
why I
time,
just like and mute.
yeah, like, it was people that I was with, and I was just like, "Damn, y'all, like, I need you to
Oh, gotcha,
stop
gotcha,
talking
gotcha.
at this moment," but whatever, that's cool. I know. But,
Well, I can
anime,
feel that
though,
though
like, I
for
would say
you,
anime.
anime.
Yeah, I mean, because I thought about it, like, I love video games. Like, I play video games pretty much every day.
Mhm.
I platinum video games. I work on trying to 100% games. God of
How's that?
War,
How's that? Fallout, not Fallout. What's that game called? Fall Guys.
Fall Guys. Oh,
How's
yeah.
that platinum
I mean,
trophy?
I said I wasn't going to go hard for that if I didn't get it by the end of last year. So, yeah,
Because
it
you
is
need to
what it
get
is.
like 3 crowns in a row, boy.
5 crowns. Yeah.
Ooh, nope.
Yeah, exactly. And the most I've gotten in a row was 2 before like something messes up and it's like, damn. I still play it, still have a good time with it. I still enjoy it, but at the same time, it is just really hard because also they change the games, every season, every like
Right.
50 days or so. So it's sort of hard to, really get great at a game. But oh well. But I'm still working at it. Like I still love the challenge. I still love trying to see if I can surpass where I was before. Um, and I do that, through physical challenges, like of sports and whatever, but at the same time, the sort of mental challenge of trying to outdo myself. That's why I love Overwatch. I love trying to see if I can outdo, my score per season, right?
Right.
Um, but anime though, like I've this is the media that like consistently can make me like cry or like laugh super hard, and just be like indelible memories, like where I was explaining to my roommate last night. I've only seen One Piece really once through, and these memories like haven't left me. Like it's just like this has been a powerful moments of like, oh wow, this happened and I wasn't expecting it at all, and it just sort of turned me out. Like I started crying, I was just
What
sort of
turned
like,
you out now?
yeah, not like that, sir. But at the same time, it's just sort of like it makes it definitely like has changed the way I think about the world.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
So
a
whereas
I'm
like,
a
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep
Oh,
going.
I was about to say like where video games have inspired me to be like different or like have inspired me in like many ways. I feel like I've connected better with like the stories and what's going on in anime more than I have in video games. Love video games. Hope to never stop playing video games. But
Right.
yeah.
What I was gonna say when you was on your little One Piece thing,
Yeah.
I know you may or may not have plans to do something that's One Piece specific,
Mhm.
but when and if you do, I remember you saying you wanted like all ranges of people.
Yeah. Oh no
Uh,
no 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 no. For if I do like a One Piece event or a
yeah,
One Piece podcast, it's gonna
yeah.
be with the hardcores. No noobs. Sorry.
Okay.
It
Well,
was like
never
why?
mind then.
Yeah. I don't want noobs in
Because I was
One
gonna
Piece
say
talk.
I'll be the noob and I just
I
sit
mean, I
there and listen as
appreciate
I
that.
watch it.
No, I'd want you to watch it. Like I
Gotcha.
like when I do like a One Piece specific episode, it's like, all right, you guys are all
Hardcore
caught up.
only.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to censor myself. I want to be like,
No,
oh
you can.
my
I'm
god.
one of those people. Like I know so much that's happened. I know who's died. I know who's helped. You couldn't spoil it for me.
All right, maybe you can join the episode, but
But
maybe.
I think it'll be fun for me just to watch it as a newbie, just to be like,
Yeah,
dang,
exactly.
y'all
Like
really
whereas
like
like
this
if
shit, and they're like, well, this is what I think as a
yeah,
new person now.
I don't want to hear what you think as a new person
I,
because they all have the same shit ideas. Unfortunately, it's too
what?
long. They look ugly. Shut up.
No.
Like, yeah. What
Well,
would
no,
be
because
your
I like
opinions?
I don't like I'm not like that.
Yeah,
I
most
started
people
Dragon.
are.
I started Dragon Ball and watched it all the way to. I stopped at Super. I hated Super. That's
Oh,
I'm not gonna
oh,
go into that, but Super was just to me.
yeah.
But
Personally, I agree with you. Like, I think Super is sort of a cash grab, but at the same time, I enjoyed it though. But I enjoyed watching it with people. It was enjoyable because the whole world was watching it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Versus like I say watch it when it like watch it. Well, watch it with people. There we go. Watch it with
Okay.
people. Yeah. Versus like and like watch it just to get hype. Turn your brain like off. Sort of like 20% on. Don't look to go in plot holes because there's plenty. It's just sort of hey
I mean
man
that's
they
for any anime. You know what I
no,
mean?
I mean, no, I would disagree, honestly. It's
Okay.
like,
Like, give me an
I
example.
mean, of course, you're supposed to suspend your disbelief,
Fair.
and of course, there's going to be like many problems in many titles, but at the same time, the best things don't have plot holes. The best things make sense.
Oh, okay. I guess I was leaning more towards like filler episodes, unnecessary.
Most shows don't have filler episodes.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, even One
Fair.
Piece with it doesn't really have filler. It has like some filler. It has like on the filler guide, it says it has
It
15%.
doesn't have like a Naruto
No, not
60 episode filler or whatever. How long
exactly.
it
In fact,
was?
most shows don't do that. Most shows will stop, yeah, especially these days. They'll just stop when they're ready to come back. And there's only a few titles that are like constantly on because like that's how important they are to the culture. Like whereas like okay, every Friday or every Saturday we watch this show because that's what the show is, right?
Right.
Whereas yeah, now the anime seasons they stop. So that way it can be just tight and usually like they don't deviate from what's about to happen. So you know,
Okay.
yeah,
One more question before we move on with
hmm
the One Piece. Better sub or dub?
both honestly. Like I mean, eventually you're gonna have to watch sub to keep going
Right.
because sub is what's happening, every week right now.
Right.
But the dub is actually really good. Like I really enjoyed.
I mean, it has the best intro ever. Gotta go,
So no,
Luffy.
that's something that like also a big misconception, unfortunately. It's like, so that's the 4 Kids dub, all right? The 4 Kids dub, what like lasted for like about 100 episodes, all right?
Right, right.
And that was back in the 2000s, like year 2000, right? 1999, 2000, right? Then it stopped.
Solo, don't give it up.
And like low key, I think that OP bangs, all right? That opening song bangs, all right? That One
I
Piece
didn't
rap.
even watch the show and I liked it.
Yeah, I watched it back then. Saturday morning cartoons, I watched it, but they stopped, right? But then there's a new dub, the Funimation dub, and that's really honestly like on par with the sub. Like I would say, like most of the characters really on point. There's only one character that for me personally, but people who watch the dub, hate the sub voice for him. So for me is Frankie, like
That's the
crazy yeah, ow, super,
see,
exactly that.
don't watch
Yeah,
the show, but I know who it is.
I mean, I'm glad you know who it is because some of your friends have cosplayed that, right?
Oh, like Godswill, I think, huh?
Oh, right, all right. I mean, yeah, I'm glad that you know about the character, but for me, I love the sub voice like just a little bit more than the dub voice. Like where it because the sub voice is so weird. It's like a weird specific voice. Like I haven't heard someone sound like that in any language really. Whereas the dub voice makes a ton of sense. Like he's supposed to be like American based. So it makes sense. But for me it's because I grew up with, and like grew up I mean like in college time, like I
Right.
started with the sub voice and just kept going with that. I love it. So either way you're
Okay,
winning.
I'm a what? Okay, so stamp it. What's today? Today is April 6th. When I'm finished, I'm currently rewatching How Much Your Mother. Don't
No,
ask me
stop.
why. I like the
Don't.
show. I
Okay,
like this
that's fine.
show. All right.
Yeah,
When
that's
I
cool.
finish How Much Your Mother, I will start One Piece sub. I will
Yay.
start it.
I mean, however, watch it however you want. Dub or sub, you're
Oh
winning.
no, because it's however I'm one of those people who however I watch it, I can't
That's the
watch
way you
it.
the other way.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
cool. I
like
think that's
Yu Yu Hakusho. I can
yeah.
only watch that dubbed
I mean,
because
that's fair. Yeah,
as a
same.
kid started it.
Yeah.
co- You know,
Yeah. I
uh,
mean, I agree. Like, I wouldn't want to watch that Cowboy Bebop. Like a lot of the old '90s anime. I wouldn't want to watch that sub. Really, it was like
because it
we
sounds
grew up
weird.
with them. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even Dragon Ball is like,
I can't watch it.
yeah,
Goku's voice is just too.
yeah, it's
I
pretty
can't do it.
shrill. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right. Whereas, like, I don't blame you. Um, But yeah, no, like I would say, like especially like a lot more anime that's coming out these days. Like that's starting like these days. You're winning with both either sub or dub.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I think that's a good question. I've heard too many people say that they they felt well. One, they felt worried. Like new anime watchers, they felt worried. Like, oh, am I not being real? Like a real anime watcher if I watch it dub? Which I think that's a disappointing thing.
Is that what you
Because
hear? The one thing I hear is, I don't want to. I can't read it and then watch what's going on.
and if
That's
that's
the one
you,
thing I'm hearing, and I'm
and
like, I force myself, but then after, like, I felt like it got to a point where I don't know how long it took, but I wasn't even forcing myself. It just happened.
it's natural. Yeah.
It's peripheral vision. Like I'm watching what's going on
Yeah.
while reading. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It
And
should
it's
like
not so hard to rewind if to miss something. You know what I mean?
exactly,
But
yeah.
no, I'm very fluent in
Reading
sub.
subtitles. Good. Yeah.
Yes.
For me, I love reading subtitles too. So like it works out both ways. And I'm learning Japanese. So like it's actually like something like, okay, I'm starting to get it. Starting to get it. Not saying I fluent or anything yet, but
This guy. Is that it?
yeah, right. I mean that's you said it correct, which is good. Wonderful. But
I also know when you take the top shit, it's like ikitakimasu, right?
do you know what that means?
Time to eat or let's eat.
Yeah, it's just sort of like,
Okay.
yeah, it's time to eat. So good. Nice. Yeah, there you go. You got some words. So, for me, I feel like you're winning with either ways. Like, but it's just sort of a bummer, like how this sub versus dub conversation. Like, I'm pretty passionate about it. I've met too many people that can't read. Like they visually blind or like they have some, maybe dyslexic or whatever. Right, whatever reason that they can't enjoy the anime because it's not in the native language. Yeah, I mean, hell, you're gonna tell kids to go watch sub. Not really.
No.
Um,
Yeah, go watch Naruto. Yeah, believe it. You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, we started
hated that.
Naruto. We started Naruto dub, you
Oh
know?
man,
And you know, like also like the dubbing process has only gotten better throughout the years, you know. It's not the same 1990s like where you know you
they
had
need
to
to have a
boot
catchphrase.
I mean, yeah, that's one part, right? Or you had to bootleg it. You know, there wasn't the resources. There wasn't like a way for dubbing companies to like even get good actors, right?
Right.
Now everyone's trying to become a dub actor, right? And they
Oh
got
man,
really good actors. You know,
how many people
there's
reached out to you? Hey man, you, you get me in. You work for. Hey,
I mean, there's many people who have asked me if I can get them to
I can
be
only
an
imagine.
actor. Yeah, I'm just sort of like, bro, I don't know. You know, I do
First of all,
know.
who are you?
Yeah, right. I mean, that's that, right? Like, I don't like it when people just randomly don't. I don't even know who you are. You don't know who I am, and you just
Right.
sort of ask me how do I become a voice actor, right? I will tell you how, but
Or
you
can
know, it's
you
not.
get me in?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's worse. Like where it's not even like how. It's like get me in, and it's just sort of like that's rude. I don't
Use your
even know you.
connections to help me out.
Hmm. Exactly. It's just how annoying. Because also it is a craft. It is like it's acting. I not everyone's a good actor, you
Right.
know. And just because you can do a Peter Griffin voice doesn't mean that you're a good actor, you know.
Hey, I want to say shout out to Bill Butts, man. He's been killing it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
I'm
has
super
been
proud of
killing it
him.
lately.
Super proud of him. Like he's making lots of steps, you know, lots of moves, and uh, I mean, like there's this one new show he's in, Horror Mia. He's a dad in it. Killer. I love it. I love his role in it. So I'm happy. Like they got m- more diversity in the acting cast. They got more titles, you know, like if you don't like action, there's slice of life, comedy, uh
There's so many genres now.
exactly. Like that's why like it's like people need to understand anime is a medium, like where within the medium you got multiple genres, you know, like you got um kid stuff, adult action, romance, slice of life, and like you know, even if it sounds like there's something to enjoy in all these different things too. I mean, I'm watching right now this one called March Comes In Like a Lion, and that one, I thought I would hate it. I absolutely love it. Like it's about like a shogi player, which is Japanese chess, right? He's this kid.
Shogi,
Yeah,
shogi.
shogi. Yeah, it's like Japanese chess, pretty much.
Hunter
You
x
know.
Hunter. That's why I
Oh
like
yeah, 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 yeah,
shogi.
yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I know that
You
from
heard about
something,
it? Yeah.
but from Hunter x Hunter when
Yeah.
Nirin and yeah. Anyway, so
Yes.
yeah, continue.
Wonderful. Like it's and they even try to like to sort of explain the game, but it's less about like the game and more about like how this master shogi player who's like a 17-year-old kid, right? Like all the trauma he's gone through in his life, his personal life, but then also like how um he's getting through it and like also like how he's understanding like how other people have a lot of trauma in their lives. But beautiful show. And you know, like I wouldn't really go for slice of life really as like a genre for anything, really, you know, slice of life video game, slice of life book, slice of life movie, whatever, right? But this one really has made me feel better about just sort of like living as a whole, right? So
Okay.
yeah, it's on Netflix too. Wonderful dub, beautiful show. Like if you love beauty, this is gonna be something you enjoy. Um, there's so many great things to enjoy, and I think it always sort of bumps me out when people say that they won't try something. Like at least try something, give it like a
Oh,
full.
they just completely shut off to anime, but you want to go
Yeah,
home and watch the real lives of whatever fucking city.
yeah, yeah. You know, it's like you're gonna watch. You're gonna. You know, also that's the other thing. It's like don't waste your time with hollow things. And I
Ah,
think that's
so
something that
bad.
bumps me out. Yeah, it's like,
Riverdale, like I'm just like, come on. There's
yeah, it's like,
so like anime is like to to piggyback off you when you between video games and anime. Don't get me wrong, I love video games, but anime is such a big part of my life to like there, it has taught me so much more in life too versus real shit, or real life shows, and you just got to be open to it and try it.
I wholeheartedly agree. I mean,
So,
even just sort of getting into anime as a whole, it sort of opens you up to a whole nother culture that most people like aren't aware of in the West, I guess,
mhm,
right?
mhm.
You know, it's like from this is like, all right, versus like I stopped saying I don't think I ever did this, but at the same time, it's like you stop saying that everyone looks Chinese because they're East Asian, right? And
Right.
you start to understand the nuances. At least, hopefully, you do. I'm not sure. Like
Fingers
maybe,
crossed.
yeah, hopefully, right? But you start to understand, like, oh, okay, this culture is different from China, and this culture is different from Korea, and this culture is different from Singapore, yada yada.
Right.
Hopefully, you start to understand more of the world. Um, like I think it is crucial to like dive deeper into to different parts of the world, especially now like we're a globalized world, or at least we're getting closer to that, right? It's just so much easier to connect. I mean, people listening to this podcast are over the world, which is awesome. Like it's it's good to get outside of your comfort zone
Hmm.
into something that can hopefully like expand your mind. Like there's just so much more of the world than just the street you're on, the city you're in, the state you're in, whatever. Like there's so much about it. Like nerd culture as a whole, I would say. Like there's so much to enjoy even outside of the normal just Call of Duty or Madden, football
Right.
games or whatever, right? Like it's like, hey, how about you try, I don't know, hell,
Genshin
even,
Impact. I don't know.
yeah, that's a game that like so many people are enjoying, and they've never played Breath of the Wild or it is a Chinese video game, right? And it's a game that people have loved. For me, it's not. At least I stopped, but I started getting the Breath of the Wild now, finally, right?
Yeah.
Um, what else? There's so many things. Overall, I just like always am hoping that people will try other parts of culture and like of the world. There's so much to enjoy, you know what I mean? And it just sort of bums me out when people are like, I don't want to even
Right.
try it.
They don't want
Just
to take the time
yeah,
to.
yeah, vegetables, it's just sort of like, come on, y'all, try it.
Uh, I'm looking at the time. We're getting close to it, but this is one thing that I feel like we should touch on just a little bit, which I feel like we could go probably a whole another 30 minutes on, but let's keep it minimum.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing that we didn't talk about that I think we should just touch on is the whole George Floyd trial is going on for the person
Oh
that killed him.
man.
And I saw something that I took a Snapchat, and it was a tweet, and it says, "We're watching a trial to prove that Derek Chauvin
I
killed
saw that
George Floyd after
on a
watching a
video.
video." Yeah,
Yeah,
Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd,
yeah.
and I read that like 5 times. Like, yeah, this is where we are. Um, it's gonna be pretty sad. Not pretty, like sad. It's gonna be a whole bunch of emotions that this guy ends up. I mean, because just our judicial system,
Yeah,
just our
judicial. Hmm.
it's horrible. Like, because they favor cops. They try to protect their own. This is a white male, so that just kind of buffs his shit up even more. And I don't know. It's bad that I don't want to say it's bad that we're at this state. I mean, we've been at this state, even worse.
I mean,
I,
you're right. It is like, whereas like this should be,
the open and
like
shut trial.
yeah. I mean, the fact that we even got to this point, like where one, a man and it's like a man is dead, and he shouldn't have died. He shouldn't have been killed. He shouldn't have been. The system didn't stop something like this, right? This is like monumentous because so many other people have died unfairly and like never gotten any type of notoriety for this, right?
Because
Um,
there's no video proof,
yeah,
unfortunately,
exactly, right? And
or evidence
it,
was tampered with.
yeah, it's just sort of like it's something that like we've been knowing has been happening, has been going on for too many years, and I am happy that like we are talking about that we are like, all right, this man shouldn't have died, even if he was a drug dealer, even if he was,
I mean, this all
he was
started
on
with
drugs.
a counterfeit $20 bill. That's what it
Yeah.
started with,
So,
and it shouldn't even
it's
matter if he was high or had drugs on him,
absolutely.
or he was already completely detained,
Hmm.
and he shouldn't have died.
It's sadistic, like how he was killed. Yeah. And I'm glad that like the light has been shined on it because like it's just this has been going on for much too long, and I do wonder how this case is going to go. I haven't been following it too closely because I'm just like, do I need to like give myself that sort of
I've been
torture?
dipping in and out. I'm the same way because it's just in my head. I feel like, what more evidence do you need? This is video from
We already
different
know
fucking
exactly.
angles of what happens, but
All I want to see is like how are they gonna say this is gonna go, right? Will this get thrown out? Will this go all the way? Will this be something that the jury says yes?
you're
Will
gonna
this
get
be
5 years, 2 years of community service. Like,
yeah,
like it
exactly.
could
It's
go.
like what even is the punishment that like he's gonna be able to get, right? Will
Like
it be enough to
it's a shame
satisfy
that
people?
we're here sitting here thinking about all the possibilities that could happen
Yeah.
instead of what should happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like this shouldn't be super hard to do. Like most other times this would be open shut, but here we are, right? And like there's a lot of problems unfortunately that we do gotta deal with. So I haven't been following it too much because I'm trying to keep my sanity like alive, and we'll just sort of see. Like I don't even know like when is it supposed to finish.
I mean, something this big, it. I
Yeah,
don't even know.
I don't know. So I'm nervous, but at the same time I'm like, okay, let's get through it, right? It's important for the nation, right? There's just so many unfortunately important moments that are happening at the moment, so it's sort of hard to have like before, like when the Black Lives Matter protests were happening in June of 2020. It was very emotional, and I think a lot too many of us got burnt out. It's just constant emotions, and now we're going to stop Asian hate, talks. Uh,
Man,
and that's a sad thing that's happening. It's just a lot of sad things that are constantly happening. We've had 3 mass shootings in the last week and a half, I think, 2 weeks. I'm not sure.
crazy.
Yeah, it's madness. There's just too many things are happening, and right now I'm just like, let's just see how this judicial process goes. Hopefully, some type of justice. Try not to have too much of hope because I'm not trying to get hurt too much, right?
I'm trying to
Yeah.
see if how long
How long is it supposed to go?
the trial started on the 29th of March and expected to take at least 1 month.
Wow. So
So at least 1 month
yeah,
to however much longer it will take.
yeah. I just don't think it's probably for
And
the best to indulge too much into it.
right,
Like a month
yeah.
of pain, and then
And
it,
what you said about the Asian hate is like that. All that shit is crazy too. Like, you saw the video of that dude just drop kicking that Asian lady and then just
yeah,
beating her up, and then people in New York just watched it, and then
yeah,
the dude goes and shuts
yeah.
the
Security
door and
guard.
like, what?
Yeah,
I don't know. And it's always been a thing. Like, you know how there's always been racism towards black people or people of color. And not to
hmm
say there isn't racism of Asian people, because it's been there too. But all of a
hmm
sudden, it's just more prevalent and out in the open now, which is fucking weird and random. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean,
And it's not just white. It's not just white people. I've seen stuff on subways of black people
yeah. I've
beating
seen
up
black
Asian
people.
people on the subway and shit. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't. What's
Why?
going on? Why?
Exactly. Especially like
Why?
why us? Like we're supposed to be the last ones to do anything like that, right? Like it doesn't make any sense. And I agree. Like I think it's horrible that anybody one. It's like I don't understand like why you would. So taking race out of this, you're hurting elders. Like I mean, like of course, like it's all throughout all age ranges, but at the same time, that doesn't make any sense. Two, um, you're hurting innocent people, like just innocent acts of violence. What is wrong? How nothing can excuse that? Like these people haven't done anything to you.
They're just minding their own business, going about their
Yeah,
day.
exactly. Like it's just sort of like taking out anger and whatever frustration on people, or you had a bad day or whatever. It's just like that's horribly wrong. And like I want the book thrown at them because absolutely like wrong. And it's a bummer, like it's a shame to see um like black people like one either like doing the violence or not supporting them. It's just like come on y'all.
We
It's
got to do
like
better.
we gotta do much better. Like it definitely hurts my heart. So
So hey,
it's
stop Asian hate, stop black hate, just stop hate. Shit,
I mean,
stop
unfortunately,
hate.
we gotta like dismantle like a lot of the system, that like
The
enables that.
systemic racism.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that like the ex-president is like this all came from China, and like
China,
yeah,
China.
yeah, but like to even though that might be true of sorts in a sense, it's like there's so much responsibility like on us as a people, for not doing what we can to like stop the virus, right? The virus transmission. Just as you said in the beginning of like how we had the full baseball games, right? To the masks, and just so many different issues with that. But then, yeah, to like put the blame on them, like as a people, as if like we're so much better, and like we don't have our own wet markets, and
Oh,
we
dude,
don't,
America like sucks. Like
yeah, there's,
the whole thing of America is like the greatest country, and then but if you look up rankings and statistics of America versus other countries in terms of like
education or
education,
healthcare,
healthcare,
yeah.
happiness, just I was about to say Texas. America is never like it. The only thing America's like top in is like just all the bad shit that you don't want to be top in.
Yeah.
So it's like we got to do better, and you know, not saying Biden he's doing what he's can. Is he? I've been silent. I know I told you about it. I've had some people come at me like, "Oh, you was vocal about Trump. Why aren't you vocal about Biden?" Hey man, Biden asked for his 100 days. When his 100 days are up, I will be vocal. But until
Yeah.
then, in my opinion, Delmar Hill's opinion,
Mhm.
he inherited a very bad administration previously and has had to deal with it.
I don't understand why
So,
we have to be tiptoeing about that.
I'm not trying to
Just,
tiptoe. I
I,
just wanted
yeah,
to let it known that
yeah,
hey, no,
exactly.
I've been crucial about Biden,
Yeah,
about some stuff, but
don't get me wrong. Yeah,
he's
exactly.
asking
But
for his 100 days, and he's
hmm
also taken, in my opinion, an administration that wholeheartedly fucked a lot of shit up. Like,
yeah,
for
I
example,
agree
one
with you.
reason of Trump, like our what's his name? I watch this stuff every week. What's that dude's name? I can't think of his name, but he did a piece about America's national debt,
Oh
and
yeah. Oh,
because
you're talking about John
John
Oliver, right?
Oliver,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
because of Trump and what the policies that he implemented, we're like fucked
Yeah. I mean, definitely.
in the
Like,
national debt.
which is crazy is like you should have the statistical numbers there, like where it's like things are like statistically really bad, and of
Oh
course the
yeah,
country is more fragmented than it has been since I don't know the '60s, at least. Like so it's it's definitely not fair to be like, oh, it's all Biden's fault, especially as he just got in and he's starting to just like really implement things, especially with a very divided Congress that's not like privy to letting him do what he needs to do, right?
I was back when Obama was president. Yeah, Mitch McConnell
Yeah,
vetoing and saying no to this stuff. So I mean
absolutely.
that's where it starts. Until man, hey, controversial. That dude either needs to die or be voted out, man. Because I'm so tired of Mitch McConnell, man. God
I
dang.
mean, yeah, I mean, definitely, I'm tired about him too.
Honestly,
It's just,
everybody, even Nancy Pelosi, even though she's like, and I guess people consider me a Democrat. Honestly, I find myself more of a centralist because there's stuff I agree on Democratic side. There's also stuff I agree on the Republican side. But one thing I do think is Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, what's his name, Chuck Schumer, like everybody that's fucking 70, 60 plus years old, they need to be out of the office. There needs to be younger people, or what's it like? Is it like 30 years old? We just need younger people. We don't need all these older people in the places of power
I
making
personally
decisions.
disagree with that.
You disagree?
I don't think like it's like really their age that's
Yeah.
like the biggest
Well, I
problem.
think it's their age is because they're still stuck in their old mindsets.
True, and which I feel like that's fine, but like, because I mean, I think we need all different types when it comes to politics. You need like
I
the
agree.
wisdom of the past along with like the ambitions of the young, right?
That's fair.
Um,
That's fair.
but is the problem with these guys is like that they've allowed politics to be controlled by moneyed interests so much more than like the will of the people.
Mhm.
And then also the fact that they have unlimited terms that they can just keep on trying as much as possible, and
Which is
incumbents usually
stupid.
win.
Yeah.
So like they're not as like enticed to fight for the 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 everyman, right? The layman, right? They're
They're worried
you,
about themselves first and for all. They want to get paid.
they're trying to get paid, exactly. So it's like that's the biggest problem to me is like, in fact, we've seen so many younger people that like have been swayed by getting paid. So
Yeah.
for me it's
But
like I'm just
I hate the
Mhm.
whole like, oh, America, we know America waiting for a stimulus check. Y'all are broke and being poor. We're gonna take a month recess while still getting paid to deliberate if we want to give y'all some money or not, while we're still getting all this money to sit at home
That's the
getting
problem.
paid.
Yeah,
That
that's the
yeah.
problem. For me, it's like I feel like the fact that they can scrabble, 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 but we're gonna go on vacation and good luck to you guys. Like that's a huge problem. And I mean, there's so many. There's a lot of systemic things that we gotta get through. I believe that America has what it takes. It's just that we have a lot to get through, and for me, it's like one thing. Like I'm a child of immigrants, right? And America, when I was young, was always like, yes, America can do it. We can fix the problems. We have the best and the brightest. We have enough space. It shouldn't be a zero sum game, especially not now. Like we're doing we're doing pretty well. We have what it takes to fix these issues. So that's what bumps me out. But I believe that we can do it. We do have short term things that we need to focus on. Of course, the pandemic. A lot of people are hurting. And then also we need to figure out like how to get the country back at least together. Right now it's like we're just so many people are just like my side, and we can't fix anything until we get past that part, and then also until we get like the same information, like on the same page of information. You can have different opinions about the information, but until we can stop fighting about facts and stats, it's like we're not really in the same world, right? We're talking in different languages, unfortunately. So there's a lot of problems that we got to work on.
Woo!
Man,
Sorry.
Oh, that was good. That was a good
So,
topic. I'm glad you
yeah.
brought it up. Yeah, this was a good conversation
That
as
was
a
good.
whole.
That was good.
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
Let's try to end on a high note.
Yeah,
Uplifted spirits. Like we said at the beginning, we got some good stuff coming for y'all. We got some exciting guests. Not gonna name any, but we got some YouTubers, maybe some voice actors, maybe some. It could be just me, Godswill again, you or Godswill and Matt, Godswill and Sam. I know. We got a lot coming to y'all guys. It's gonna be y'all gonna love it.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, definitely, we're coming back with a vengeance, and we got more juice. I mean, I got my mic in a different place, and I feel better.
I got
Before it
my
was
camera
always
in a different place.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, get to see more of the background. My glasses are off, so the glare's off. Boom, new season, new year, new me,
New season,
new us.
new year.
Let's go.
New lights.
Where are you going? Oh, there you go. You got the lights. There you go. Yeah, man. Hey, I guess anything that you'd like to plug or say or anything else with that?
Plug. Hey, I stream on Twitch. Twitch.com/Dizzo, DIZZHO. I game. Also started DJing. Like I said, when I DJ'd the coffee shop, I actually set it up and I streamed it on Twitch with my phone.
Ooh.
So, hey, keep out for that and follow all of That's Dope social medias for all updates and just everything. You?
Yeah, I mean, you said it well. Follow That's Dope on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're trying to really bring those back, so they're more informative.
And we want to hear from y'all.
Yeah.
If you have any questions or if y'all want to ask us stuff, we can make that a segment too. Ask the host something, we'll answer it. Guys will say he's gonna stream. Comment down below what do y'all want to see him play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I might listen to you. I might just keep doing what I do. Nah, I'm kidding. Nah, for sure. Definitely, I love hearing like from the fans and all that. So, yeah, and then it's always going to be a good time. Thank you guys for being dope. Thank you, Delmar, for joining the podcast once again and for being a good co-host. It's always good. And as always, stay dope, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.